Melissa Sue Anderson, best known for her role as Mary Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie, became one of television's most recognizable child actresses in the 1970s. The show, based on Laura Ingalls Wilder's beloved books, depicted the life of a family living on the American frontier and aired from 1974 to 1983. Melissa joined the show when she was just 9 years old, portraying Mary, the eldest Ingalls daughter. Her character was central to the series, and audiences followed Mary through childhood into her teenage years. However, as the series progressed, Melissa began to face challenges common to young actors, and by the early 1980s, she decided to leave the show. Her decision was influenced by a mix of personal growth, professional goals, and the natural evolution of her character. One of the main reasons Melissa left Little House on the Prairie was the desire to grow up outside the constraints of a long-running television series. Child actors often face intense schedules, demanding filming hours and limited freedom, and Melissa was no exception. She spent a significant part of her childhood on set, balancing schoolwork with long days of filming. By the time she reached her late teens, she wanted to explore life beyond the prairie and experience more normal teenage years. Leaving the show allowed her to step away from the routine of Hollywood and gain a sense of independence. Another important factor was the evolution of her character. Mary Ingalls experienced many dramatic storylines, including becoming blind after scarlet fever, a pivotal and emotional plotline that affected both the character and Melissa herself. Portraying such heavy material at a young age was emotionally taxing, and Melissa had to make difficult choices about the types of roles she wanted to take in the future. She has mentioned in interviews that playing Mary was rewarding but sometimes intense, and she was eager to try new roles that were different from the wholesome frontier persona she had grown famous for. Melissa's career goals also influenced her decision. Like many child actors, she wanted to transition into more mature roles, which can be difficult while being closely identified with a single, iconic character. Leaving Little House gave her the opportunity to explore other acting opportunities in film and television. Over the years, she appeared in made-for-TV movies and other projects that allowed her to stretch her skills and avoid being typecast. By stepping away, she could take control of her career trajectory rather than being confined to a character she had played for nearly a decade. In addition to professional reasons, Melissa also wanted to focus on personal development. Spending so many formative years on a television set can limit the ability to have normal friendships, attend school regularly, or experience life outside of Hollywood. Leaving the series gave her the chance to connect with peers her own age, pursue education, and enjoy experiences that were not tied to the entertainment industry. She has spoken fondly of the cast and crew of Little House on the Prairie, but acknowledged that stepping away was necessary for her personal growth. Melissa's departure from the show also reflected changes in the series itself. By the early 1980s, the show was shifting focus toward other characters and storylines. The producers recognized that long-running shows must evolve to remain fresh, and sometimes this involves giving actors the opportunity to leave gracefully. Melissa's exit allowed the show to continue while she pursued new adventures, and it did not mark an abrupt or contentious ending. Finally, it's worth noting that Melissa has looked back on her time on Little House with gratitude. In interviews, she has expressed appreciation for the experience, the friendships she made, and the opportunity to be part of a show that became a cultural touchstone. Her decision to leave was not due to conflict or negative experiences but was a conscious, thoughtful choice to take the next step in her life and career. Many former child actors struggle with transitions, but Melissa handled hers with maturity, demonstrating foresight and self-awareness. In conclusion, Melissa Sue Anderson left Little House on the Prairie for a combination of personal and professional reasons. She wanted to grow up outside the pressures of a television set, pursue diverse acting roles, and experience life beyond her iconic character, Mary Ingalls. Her departure was a natural part of growing up and reflected the normal evolution of both her life and the series. Today, she is remembered not only for her unforgettable performance on the show, but also for making a mature and considered choice to take control of her future while leaving behind a beloved legacy. Her time on Little House on the Prairie remains one of the most celebrated chapters in television history, and her decision to leave only adds depth to the story of her life and career.